So I found this to be a really cool application of AI. If you guys want to utilize something like this, what you could do is go to Google AI Studios. Here's the page that you'll be brought up into. Now you do have to log in with your Google account and everything, but what I found this to be very useful for, if you go to stream real time, you can come down here, start recording, and even share your screen, and the Google will actually talk to you in real time to give you answers. And what I used this for was tutorials. For example, Cronuszen Studio tutorials or script upload tutorials. You can use Google AI for all of that. I was actually using this at work with Excel spreadsheets and Microsoft Word documents. So I thought to myself, can I use this for something like Destiny 2 PvP? If I was a new person and I didn't know what I was doing in the PvP environment, maybe I could ask some questions, get set up the right way, and play a game. So that's what this video is. There's way more applications than what I'm going to show you in this video. This is just something I wanted to show you guys because I thought it was pretty cool. If you don't like it, that's fine, move along. If this is something you can use for anything other than Destiny 2 PvP, I use it for work with my Excel spreadsheets, but that's another day. Alright my dudes, hopefully you enjoy this style of video. Let me know if you want to see more like this on other video games, because it does work. One thing I do want to mention before you watch the gameplay footage is that I could not get it to watch my screen with the screen recording tool and play the game at the same time. The thought that I had was if I could ask Google AI to analyze somebody's patterns so that I could beat them in a gunfight 1v1 later, but that didn't work out in this way. It made me think of when Captain America and Tony Stark were fighting. When Tony was losing to Captain America, he just asked Jarvis to analyze his fight patterns. Anyway, didn't work, but it was a cool thought. Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. How can I help?
I want you to help me play Destiny 2 PvP.
Okay, I can help you with that. What specifically do you need help with in Destiny 2 PvP?
I want to play a game called Zone Control Iron Banner, and I want to win.
Alright, you want to win at Zone Control Iron Banner. Do you have any specific questions about strategy, or are you looking for general tips?
Let's start with some general tips.
Okay, let's start with some general tips. In Zone Control, holding more zones than the enemy team is key to winning. Do you want to discuss specific weapon types or ability usage?
Let's discuss different weapon types.
Sure, let's talk about weapon types. What kind of weapons do you usually prefer to use in PvP?
I like mid-range, so auto rifles and rapid-fire pulse rifles.
Okay, auto rifles and rapid-fire pulse rifles are great for mid-range engagements. Are you interested in learning how to best use them in Zone Control, or do you want to explore other options?
I'd like to explore other options. Which is the best auto rifle in the PvP game right now?
Okay, let's explore other options. As for the best auto rifle right now, it really depends on your playstyle and preference. Would you like me to suggest some popular choices?
Yes.
Alright, for popular auto rifle choices, you could consider the Suros Regime, Hard Light, or the Summoner. Do any of those sound interesting to you?
What do you think about the Prosecutor?
The Prosecutor is a decent choice, with a good rate of fire and stability. Would you like to explore other weapon types, or discuss strategies for using auto rifles like the Prosecutor in Zone Control?
Let's discuss other weapon types that will pair with the auto rifle. What's a good secondary weapon?
Okay, a good secondary weapon to pair with an auto rifle would be a shotgun or a fusion rifle for close quarters engagements. Do you have a preference between those two?
I like shotguns better.
Okay, shotguns can be very effective. Which shotgun do you prefer to use? Or are you looking for recommendations?
I'm using Conditional Finality. Does that sound good?
Conditional Finality is a great exotic shotgun with a unique freeze effect. It is a solid option, especially in Zone Control. Do you have any questions about how to best use it?
No, but let's go back to talking about how best to use the auto rifle that I picked.
Okay, let's go back to discussing the auto rifle. What was the specific auto rifle you decided to use, the Prosecutor?
It's a 450 round per minute auto rifle.
Okay, a 450 RPM auto rifle like the Prosecutor is good for consistent damage. In zone control, try to use it to hold down lanes and engage at mid-range. Do you want more specific tips?
Yes, what's considered to be mid-range?
Okay, mid-range is generally considered to be the distance where you are not too close for a shotgun, but also not too far for an auto rifle to be accurate. Are you interested in any other specific tips?
Yes, let's talk about map awareness.
Okay, let's talk about map awareness. In zone control, it's important to know where the zones are and where the enemy is likely to be moving. Do you have any specific questions on map awareness?
What kind of things can you help me with?
I can help you with things like identifying choke points, predicting enemy movement, and recognizing when to rotate. Do you have a specific map in mind, or want to talk about general strategies?
We're playing on Endless Vale right now. Let's talk about strategies.
Okay, Endless Vale is a good map for zone control. One strategy is to control the B and C zones and rotate between them while keeping an eye on A. Would you like to discuss other Endless Vale strategies?
Yes.
Alright, another strategy on Endless Vale is to use the verticality of the map to your advantage. Do you want me to elaborate on that?
No. I keep dying? How can I stop dying?
Okay, dying frequently can be frustrating. In zone control, it's essential to play more cautiously and not overextend. Would you like to explore ways to avoid overextending and dying as frequently?
Yes, how do I not overextend?
A common way to overextend is to push too far ahead of your team, or try to capture a zone alone when enemies are nearby. Do you have any questions about this?
I don't think I have any questions about that. Is there any other tips you can give me?
Yes, another tip is to stick with your teammates. It is safer to travel as a group rather than try to capture zones alone. Would you like to discuss other tips?
How many people in a group should I travel with?
Generally, 2 or 3 people is a good number to travel with. You don't want to be spread too thin, but you also don't want to clump up and be an easy target. Do you have further questions?
Yes, do you have any other strategies for me to win this game?
Yes, one strategy is to focus on controlling the heavy ammo spawn point. If you control heavy ammo, you will likely win more engagements. Would you like more tips about that?
Yes, that sounds great.
Okay, heavy ammo spawns are a valuable resource. They provide a major advantage if your team gets to it first. Do you want to discuss the timings of the heavy ammo spawns?
Oh, that would be wonderful. What's the timing of the heavy ammo spawn?
The heavy ammo typically spawns about halfway through the match, then again after a few minutes. Would you like any other strategies or tips?
How can I best use my abilities?
Yes, using your abilities effectively is key. What class and subclass are you currently using?
I play as a hunter in the Void subclass.
Okay, as a Void Hunter, you can use your abilities to control the flow of battle. Going invisible can give you an edge. Do you want some tips on using your Void abilities?
Yes, that'd be great.
Sure, consider using your invisibility to flank enemies or to disengage from a fight. Do you want to delve further into ability usage strategies?
Yes, what do you have for me?
One effective tactic with the Void Hunter is to use your invisibility to capture zones that are being contested. Do you want more tips?
Nope, that's a good one. How can I best use my grenade?
For Void Hunters, a good grenade choice is the Vortex Grenade. It can zone enemies and control areas. Would you like to discuss more about your grenades?
Yes, I'm currently using the Axion Bolt. How can I best use that?
Axion bolts can be useful for flushing enemies out of cover, but they have a limited range. Do you have other questions about them?
How do I best use them in a match?
You can use Axion bolts to deny zones, or to finish off enemies that are low on health. Do you want any other tips for using them in a match?
Yes, should I start using them in the beginning of a firefight or at the end of a firefight?
You generally want to use your grenade at the beginning of the engagement to soften up enemies or force them out of cover. Do you have any other questions?
No, that was a great tip, forcing them out of cover. We just won our match.
Great, I am glad to help. Let me know if you have any other questions.
That'll be it. Thank you so much for your help.
You're welcome. Good luck with your Destiny 2 match.
Alright guys, what'd you think of that? Pretty cool, huh? So what did you guys think of this video? Let me know in the comment section down below if this is something that you would utilize for new video games that you might need a little bit of help with. Thank you so much for watching. Love all you guys. Keep it zen out there.